Hi everyone, good morning. I hope you are able to hear me.
Yes, sir. Hi, good morning, sir.
Yeah, so I hope you people are doing practice right with SQL. Not yet started.
Yes, sir. I started.
Okay, so please continue this one because SQL is very important for everyone. So you need to do practice. If you do practice, then only you'll get a SQL. Otherwise, you don't get a SQL. So in the last session, we have seen how we can use a function from the numbers, and we also seen how we can use the text functions. The text functions will be used to deal with the text data. Text functions will be used to deal with the text data. And we have a other functions also. I'm just going to take you through them. Just give me a minute. I'm just taking out the code and I'll type the code so that we can easily understand if I type the code. Yep. So we have seen how we can use the char function, ASCII function, and we just started talking about concat function. So concat function is used to concatenate more than one text. If you have a two text, then it is going to concatenate if the business requirement demands to do it. So I have a one more use case here. I just wanted to take you through that so that you can understand. Up to here, we have seen write a SQL statement to get the full name. I wanted to write a SQL statement to get the full name by using the first name, middle name, and last name. By using all these three names, I wanted to get full name. I wanted to get the full name. So there is a condition. You have to keep in mind that if middle name is null, that means if you take few persons, they may not have a middle name. If the middle name is not available, then we are going to consider first name and last name as a full name. If they have a middle name, then we are going to treat that middle name also. That is what I'm saying here. If the middle name is null, then your full name is first name and last name. The first name and last name is your full name when there is a middle name is null. If it is not null, then you have to consider three names: first name, middle name, and last name. How can you provide the solution for this? It's a conditional based creation. We are creating a column based on the condition. The condition is if middle name is null, then how you're going to deal with that? So here I'm just taking you through by using case statement. By using the case statement also we can handle it. So we have a other option also. So that is very much straightforward. We'll see that later. Now I'm just going to take you through how we can do it with the help of case statement. So this data is there in the Contoso retail DW. So I'm just going to hit on the drop down of the databases list. We can see we restored this Contoso retail DW. When you select this, you can have it here. Now I'm just going to write a statement. Select from which table? From dim customer. We have seen we used this table in the last session. From this table, I wanted to take the first name and middle name and last name. Let's execute this. Now you can see here. I have a middle name, I have a first name, middle name, and last name. So I wanted to create a new column here. I wanted to create a new column to show a full name. The full name definition I'm just saying here, how you're going to handle it. So both I'll give, if I go with concat function, how exactly it is going to happen, exactly how it is going to be happen. Let me show you. Concat first name, and we need to have a space. The space is there enclosed in single quote, comma, and last name as full name one. I'm just giving. Let's execute up to here. Sorry, we have to keep the middle name also, right? We have to consider middle name, first name, space, and then middle name also I'm just taking, and then again space, then finally last name. So I'm just treating my first name, middle name, last name as full name. With the concat function, you can see. If we clearly observe, I don't have any problem here. This is perfectly all right. If you take a fourth record, Christy, and middle name is null, and last name is Zoo. I'm getting a Christy Zoo, that is fine. But here I have a two spaces here. I have a two spaces. So for better understanding, in place of the space, let me keep a star so that you can visualize it. Let's execute this statement again. Now, if we see the data here in the full name, 1, John V. Young. There is only single star, and here there is a single star because they are separators between your names. The same way, if we take a Christie Zoo, here you can see there are 2 stars are there. That is wrong. That means wherever there is a middle name is null, in all those places you can find there is a 2 stars. Here I don't have any problem with the 7th record. You can see it. I don't have any problem here. But I have a problem. I have a problem when the middle name is null. So that is what we need to handle it. So in order to handle this, the first approach that I'm going to take you through is case statement. We are going to write a case statement. Give a comma here. Case. When we have to specify the condition here. The condition is when middle name is null. When middle name is null. Then what is my result? Then my result is concat of first name, separator is star, and last name. Separator is star and last name. So here we are going to have a else. If this condition is failed, then what is the answer? In the case statement, we are going to have a case. The first case is there here. We have only 2 cases. One is with middle name is null, and another is with middle name is not null. So when middle name is null, that is fine. Else means if it is not a null, that is what the meaning of it. I'm just going to take this particular part. If middle name is not null, then I wanted to combine all these 3 names. end. So when you write a case statement, we have to specify the end also. When you write a case statement, we have to specify end as column name for this entire expression. The column name I'm taking full name too. So just observe, right? Let's execute it and see the result here. Concentrate on this area. If I don't have a case statement, there are two stars are there when there is a case statement. When I'm handling null, I'm getting only one star. This is correct value. This is not a correct value. So in many places, we are going to use case statement. So case statement is very, very important when you have a conditional based creation. When you are going to define any data point based on the condition, just think about case statement. Without case also I can do it. Without case also I can do, but we'll do that later. I'll come to that point. So that is about concat function. So simply concat function is used to concatenate more than one text. The next very important function is left function. What is this left function? Left function is used to get the characters from the left side. The name itself is suggesting to take the characters from the left side, left hand side. You just keep your left hand and you can think about it. So it is used to get the characters from the left side. So it is having a syntax here. What it is taking? The left function is taking a text. The left function is taking a number of characters. Two arguments are there in the function. We are passing the two values to the function. Only two. Text and number of characters. So text is a characters, number of characters is a number. The definition what it is saying here is, it is used to get the part of the text. The left function is used to get the part of the text. From where? From left side. From left side, it is going to get the characters with specified number of characters. Whatever the number you are going to specify as part of this number of characters position, with the same number of characters you are going to get from the left side. So that is very important here. Specified number of characters is very important. Write a SQL statement to get the first three characters from every employee name. From every employee name, I wanted to get first three characters. So we have created a database called sales underscore DB. Let's take that sales underscore DB. Let's execute because now I'm pointing to this database. I wanted to go inside this as we're having employee data is available in this database. So I'm just moving from one database to another database by using use a database name. Or you can use this drop down also to change the database. Let's execute it. Now you can see you're there in the sales underscore DB. So we need to write a SQL statement here. Select from employee. Select from employee. So from here, what you wanted to take? I wanted to take employee name. That is, let's take employee number also, just for having employee number and employee name. Let's execute first and see the result. So from this employee name, I wanted to get the first three characters. First three characters of employee name. From each and every name, I need to take a first three characters. So that means you are trying to take the characters from the left side. If you want to get the characters from the left side, then use the left function. Then use the left function. Left ename in place of text. In place of this text, we need to pass the name of the column. The name of the column should have the data called text type. We are having a text data only here. In this place, we have a text data. So because of that reason, we are passing ename here. And then the number of characters. How many number of characters we required? We required only 3 characters. And then close this as first 3 characters. I'm just giving some name for this. Let's execute it again. Now, if you observe here, from every name, you can see 3 characters. From every name, you can see 3 characters. So that means this is a text and this is a part of the text when you compare with this. This part is coming from this text only. And there is a one more function. The quite opposite of left function is right function. The only difference between the left and right is left gets the characters from the left side, right gets the characters from the right side. That is the only difference. It is used to get part of the text from the right side. The right function is used to get the characters from the right side with a specified number of characters. Now just take this example here. Write a SQL statement to get the last 3 characters. To get the last 3 characters from every employee name. The way you got first 3 characters from each and every name, in the same way, I wanted to get the last 3 characters from each and every name. So for that, just write select from employee. I'm just taking employee number, employee name, and then write of ename, comma 3. Same to same syntax, last 3 characters. Same to same syntax, only the name of the function is getting changed. So that means if you know one function, then you can easily understand other function. The only thing is, if I have a text here, something like Bhaskar. So if you're trying to get the characters from the left side, then you're going to use the left function. And if you're trying to get the characters from the right side, then you're going to use the function called right function. That is the only difference. Now let's execute this statement. Now you can see here. Last 3 characters. You can take any name. Last 3 characters we're having here. That is about the right function. So this left and right function, if I'm correct, they're available in a SQL server. When you go to the Oracle, I'm not sure about it. Just imagine they're not available in Oracle. But we have a function called substring function. Substrings is there in a Oracle, but not sure about this left and right. If they are available, then syntax will be 100% the same. If those two are not available, if you want to get the part of the text, then definitely you have to go for another function, that is substring function. The name itself is saying when you have a string, Bhaskar is a string. Bhaskar is a string. If I wanted to get the part of the text, I wanted to take Bas. This is a part. This entire thing is a text. but this box is this entire thing is a string, right? This entire thing is a string. I mean to say Bhaskar is a string. And BHAS is a substring. So that means if you want to take the part of the string or part of the text is known as a substring. So if you want to get the part of the text, then we can use the function called substring function. You can also use the left and right. You can also use the left and right. Apart from the left and right, the left will take characters from the left side, right will take characters from the right side, but left and right will never get the characters in the middle of the text. So who is going to get from the left side, from the right side, and in the middle of the text? Only this substring. The substring is used to get the characters from the left side. Substring is used to get the characters from the right side. Substring is used to get the characters from any position to any position. Wherever it is possible, wherever you want, you can take it by using substring function. So when you take a part of the text or part of the string, that we used to call it as a substring. To get the substring, we used to take a substring function. So substring function is taking a parameter called text and starting position. What is the starting position that you have to specify as part of this function? And there is a number of characters also. These three arguments you have to remember. The syntax you have to follow. Text, starting position, and number of characters. So I have given here definition. It is used to get part of the text from starting position to specified number of characters. You are specifying from where you wanted to start, and then you are specifying how many number of characters you wanted to take from that particular starting position. Let's see how we are going to use this. Write a SQL statement to get the first three characters from the employee table with substring function. We have seen this same exercise with the left function now, just a few minutes ago. Now I wanted to show you how we can do it with the help of substring function. Just observe. Select from employee. From here, I wanted to take employee number, employee name. Now substring, I'm taking substring of, what is the first argument? To text. Text means employee name. You can pass from where you wanted to take the part of the text. That column you have to specify. And then starting position. You're taking first three characters. So the starting position is 1. If you take Rama, this is a 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. So 4 characters, right? Starting from R. That means that is the first character. From each and every name, I need first 3 characters, means you have to give a 1 to get the characters from the beginning. To get the characters from the beginning, I have to give 1. And from this example, if you take only this particular 3 characters, then starting position, you have to give 1. This 1 will go to this place. And number of characters, this 3 will go to number of characters here. So here it is going to be having syntax like ename comma 1 comma 3. Something like this it is going to have it. Just observe. 1 comma 3. Close this function as first 3 characters. Let's execute it and see the result. Now you can see here Smith, first 3 characters. You can see every name, you just take it. In every place, you are going to have a first three characters. So you can get the characters from any position to any position. You can change this number from 1 to any number, and this also can specify from 1 to any number. That is how it is going to be there. Write a SQL statement to get the last three characters from the employee with substring function. So getting characters from the right side is not straightforward by using substring function. You have to do some workaround for that. So then only can get it. Otherwise, we cannot get it. Okay, so it's not a straightforward. You need to have some practice on it. And you just try from your side how exactly it is going to get. Just try, and if you're not getting, let me know. I'll help you how we can get it. So to get the solution for this, definitely you have to use another function called alien function. So alien function is used to get the length of the characters or length of the text. It is used to get complete length of the text. It is used to get complete length of the text or length of the characters. So example I have given here, alien of Raja. So 4 characters are there. So it is showing 4. 4 characters are there, it is showing 4. Select from employee, employee number, employee name, and alien of name as length of name. From each and every name, how many number of characters are there, it is going to show you. This query is showing this result. The length of name, when there is a 5 characters, it is showing 5. When there is a 4 characters, it is showing 4. And when there is a 6, it is showing 6 characters. So that is about the length function. So length also is very important. And just observe here, write a SQL statement to create a table by using the select statement. I wanted to create a table by using select statement. Okay, so this kind of situation or this kind of statements that we are going to use when we create a temp tables. So I'll talk about what is temp table later, but basically when we are going to create a tables by using select statement is 90% of the times when we create a temporary tables we are going to use. Okay, it all depends. Again, I'm saying. So pros and cons will be there, depends on your requirement. But mostly I came across while creating a temporary tables. I used in this approach. Or when you have an incremental loading, especially for data engineers or ETL developers, they may go with a different approach also. I mean, they may load the data directly into the physical tables also by using select statement. So no matter, I wanted to keep the data, whatever the data is there here from this table. So I wanted to bring this data into one simple table. All these 20 records I wanted to bring into one table. And I wanted to name the table as users. This data I wanted to bring into the table. After select statement, after getting the output of your select statement, before from, you have to write into table name. Into table name, you have to write it. Now I have written this into table name. This entire data will go into this table. Let's execute this statement again. Now 20 rows are affected. To check is table existed or not, just select star from users. Now you can see the 20 records from this table. You can see the 20 records from this table. Now write a SQL statement to get the first name and last name from this table. I have a username. From the username, I wanted to take first name. From the username, I wanted to take first name. That is my requirement. How can you get it? So from here, we are going to see how we can write a function inside a function. Frequently, we're going to see. I think we didn't come across how we can write a function inside a function. So I'm correct. Now, from now onwards, we are going to see how we can write a function inside a function. Nested function, we can also say that. If we can understand this, how we can write a function inside a function, then you can do any kind of transformation in SQL. So you can also understand how we can do it in a Power BI also. You understand, you can at least you can understand the logic, you can understand the context. So this is very important for everyone, for application developers or for data engineers, ETL developers, BI developers, for everyone is important. The person who is going to take the data from the database, then definitely this concept is very, very important. Because of that reason, we are talking about the functions. So now I have a requirement to get the first name from each and every username. How can you get it? Just observe the output of this one. I wanted to get only this part. I have a John. Yeah, this is a full name or username. So this part is a first name. This part is a first name. And this part is a last name. So I wanted to get only this part. John only I wanted to get. If I take a first three characters from each and every name, what happens is we are not having a same number of characters for each and every first name. First record is having 3 records and second record is having 6 records. Fifth record, third record is having 5 characters and so on. We are not having a same number of characters. So we cannot go with the number of characters. We cannot go with the number of characters. Then there is a something that defines this is the first name, this is the last name. That something is a separator. You can see from each and every name, every username, they have a separator between your first name and last name. The first name, the separator between the first name and last name is not a straight line. It's like a river. So we have to find the separator. I have to find the position of the separator. Where exactly my separator is there? Before separator, till before separator is my first name. Till before my separator is my first name. So now the question is, how can you identify separator? How can you find the separator? If I can find the separator, then I can get the solution for my first name. How I can find my separator is, by using a function called char index. This is very, very important for everyone because we're dealing with the data. So separator position, I wanted to find it. So let's talk about this char index function. Then you can get the solution. Find the string. Char index is asking, I wanted to find the string. I wanted to find the string within the string. Where do I want to find? I wanted to find within the string. From where I need to find the starting position, you have to specify. So simply we can say char index function is used to get the specified character position. Specified character position is used to find with the char index function. So that means this function is going to return a number. It returns an integer. It returns a number. Write a SQL statement to get the first name, first A position, second A position, and first C position. Just observe, I'm just taking one name. Select, I'm just taking my name, Bhaskar, as username. I'm just taking a static value here. Now I'm able to see this. I wanted to find in this particular place, I wanted to find A position. This A position. Where is this A position? When I have a B, H, A, S, K, A, R. So this is 1, 2, and 3. The third position I'm having A. This is the third position. The third position I'm having A. How you are going to get a 3 for this particular name? We'll see that. Because I need a first A position, comma. To get the first A position, you have to use char index. Char index of what do you want to find? I want to find A. I wanted to find A. That means I'm just saying find string is the find string means what do you want to find? You have to specify. I want to find A. I want to find A. Where do you want to find? I want to find within the basket. I want to find A within basket. From where I wanted to start? Do you want to start searching from the B? Or do you want to start searching from S? That you have to specify. When I wanted to find first A position, then definitely I'm going to start from the starting position as first A position. Just execute this statement and see the result. I'm having 3 here. First A position. A is there in the third position. And the next it is asking second A position also. I wanted to get the second A position also. I wanted to get the second A position. The second A position is there after first A, right? This is the first A and this is the second A. So that means if you want to get the second A position, if you want to get the second A position, if you want to get the first A position, then starting position is 1. Always 1. So because of that reason, I have given 1 here. For the second A position, to get the second A position, what you have to specify here is A position plus 1 to get the second A position, to get second A position, we have to say first A position plus 1. First A position plus 1, when you use, then you are going to get the second A position. So what is the first A position? First A position is what? 3. This part is going to get 3 plus 1 equals to 4. So that means to get the second A position, the starting position to search, you have to skip the first A, right? So because of that reason, we are taking first A position plus 1. Then it will go for the second A position. So 3, 4, 5, 6 will be written. 6 is this one and this is the 3. You have to go through this session multiple times. Then you can understand the SQL. Now I'm writing again char index to get the second A position. I wanted to find a A. From where I wanted to find? I wanted to find from my basket. I wanted to find second A from the basket. What is the starting position? The starting position is first A position plus 1. First A position plus 1. And then this is going to give a as second A position. But you cannot use like this directly. This is not a column which is coming from the table. This is not a column. This is alias name for your expression. So in place of this, you have to write this entire expression here. You have to write that. You have to give that. So just take a copy of this part of the code and replace with this. Now what it is saying here, this is first A position plus 1 is the starting position to search my A in basket. So that is going to be second A position. Just execute and see the result. Just cross verify, is that pointing to the right place or not? It's 100% pointing. So first A position, second A position, and first C position. First C. Let's take a comma again. Char index. What do you want to find? I wanted to find C. Where do you want to find? I want to find in basket. From where do you want to search? As it is asking first C position, you can say starting position is 1 as first C position. Now the question is, when I have a, it is giving a position in the first A. When I have a second A, then it is giving a second A position when my business requirement demands to find the second A position. But when it comes to here, I don't have a C in the basket. I don't have a C character. Then what it is going to return? So if character position is found in the text, then it give a position. If it is not found, if the character is not found in the string, then it returns 0. 0 indicate this character was not found in the text. Just observe. Let me execute this and see the result. First A is there, so I giving first A position, second A is there, second A position is giving, and you're trying to find a C, but C is not available. So because of that reason, it returns 0. So 0 indicates character position was not found. The same thing I wanted to apply for a users table also. Just observe. Select from users. User ID, username, oh, user ID and username. Now I wanted to apply same thing. First A position, second A position, and first C position, comma. Take this entire line, just observe. I wanted to find a, but not in the basket. I wanted to find in the username. So people will do this mistake. So when you write a column name, do not keep in a single quote. You have to keep without single quote because this column is coming from the table. So I wanted to find a in each and every username, first A position from each and every username. I wanted to do it. Now let's execute it and see the result. In every one, if there is a 8, is giving a position. If it is not having a 8, is giving a 0. Now I wanted to find a second A position. To find a second A position, char index, I wanted to find a A. Where do you want to find? I want to find in the username. From where do you want to start searching? First A position plus 1. First A position is nothing but this expression. Plus 1. And then close your char index function as second A position. Now let's execute it and see the result. So John Young is having only one A. Second A is not available. So it is giving a 0. So that means second A position is not available in that particular value. Now I wanted to find a first C position. Char index of. What do you want to find? I want to find C. Where do you want to find? I want to find in the username. From where do you want to search? I want to search from the beginning because I need a first position as first C position. Let's execute it. And now you can see. Now I hope you understand char index function. Now I wanted to write a SQL code to get the first name from the username. So to get the first name, let me write up to here first. Select from users. From here, I wanted to take a user ID, username. From here, I wanted to get the first name. That means space position, you have to find it. I'm just trying to find a space position, comma, char index. I wanted to find, what do you want to find? I wanted to find a space. Last time I tried to find a, I tried to find a C. Now I wanted to find space. Where do you want to find the space? The space I want to find in the username. I want to find the space in the username from 1. That means first space position as first space position. Let's execute up to here. Now you are able to see space position. First space position. What is your first name? Total length minus space position. Sorry, space position minus 1 is your number of characters for your first name. Ruben. What is the number here? 6. 6 minus 1. Number of characters for your first name. So I'm just going to give something here, comma, the same to same. Let's take a copy here. Space position -1. This entire thing is a space position. -1. Space position -1. Just observe. So this values I have to pass into the left function. From each and every name from the left side, I wanted to get this many number of characters. Now, if I use comma left of username, from this username, I wanted to get this number of characters. Number is not fixed. Number is varying. So this value we have to take it, right? Comma first space position -1 as sorry here it is as first name. So this is not we cannot use directly this alias name, and what you have to do is this entire thing you have to bring into this place. This entire thing you have to give in this place. Just observe, let me take a copy of this, take out it and paste it. Now let's execute this statement. Now you can see from each and every name, I'm able to see first name perfectly. You can take any name. So dynamically it is getting. So what you are doing here, you're writing a function inside a function. Inside a left function, you're writing a char index function. Okay, so this is how we are going to write a function inside a function. In many places, we are going to do it. If you can understand this, guys, you can easily survive even if your data source is a SQL data source. Even if your data source is a SQL data source, you don't get any problem for that. 100% you can survive. Just keep some time on SQL. Just give some time for SQL. So you don't feel that is difficult. I'm stopping here. Do you have any question?
No. So far good.
Okay, perfect then. Okay then, I'm stopping here. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining.
Cool.